Hello students, welcome to today's class continuity and differentiability. So already we have learned about continuity. Now we'll check differentiability. Differentiability of a particular function in given interval, whether the given function is differentiable or not with the help of limits. So let me go with this. If a function f of x is given, from the definition, derivative of a function in real numbers. So what we have learned in class 11, f dash of x is given as limit h tending to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x by h. So now at a particular point, let a point C which is belongs to real number. I consider a point C which is belongs to real number. Now the limit h tending to 0 minus f of c plus h minus f of c by h is called left derivative of the given function, which is denoted by L f dash of c or f dash of c from left side. So when we are going to say that the left derivative exists, if the limit exists, means if you get a finite value for this, then the left derivative of the given function exists at a particular point C. Now what about its right derivative? Right derivative, we are getting the derivative of a particular function at a point from right side. Derivative of the given function at a point from right side, which can be denoted as r f dash of c or f dash of c from right side. So which is equal to limit h tending to 0 plus f of c plus h minus f of c by h. Now when we are going to say the right derivative of the given function exists, if the limit exists, then we can say right derivative of the given function exists. Now if these two are exist, and equal, then we say the given function is differentiable at the given point. When we say the given function is differentiable, if left derivative exists and right derivative exists and both are equal, then we say the derivative of the given function exists at a particular point C. Now the derivative is also called differential coefficient. F dash of x is also called as differential coefficient. Now derivative of the given function in a particular interval AB. Here AB closed, we take first AB open. So when a particular function is differentiable in a open interval AB, if the function is differentiable for any C which is lies in interval AB, if the function is differentiable for any C which is lies in interval AB, then the given function is differentiable in interval AB. So if I take closed interval, so for that it has to satisfy three conditions. The first function is differentiable in closed interval AB. When we are going to say the given function is differentiable in closed interval AB, if the function is differentiable in open interval AB and its left derivative, means the derivative of the given function from right side, see from right side of A exists, means f dash of A plus exists, right derivative of A exists, and derivative of the given function from left side of B exists, means f dash of B from left side exists, then the given function is differentiable in closed interval AB. Okay, if the function is differentiable in open interval AB and it is differentiable from right side of A, then next it is differentiable from left side of B. So three conditions. If the three conditions satisfies, then we say the given function is differentiable in closed interval AB. The relationship between differentiability and continuity. The relationship between continuity and differentiability, nothing but differentiability and continuity. So if we have a function f of x, by the definition, the derivative of f of x is given by f dash of x, which is equal to limit h tending to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x by h. Now the relation between continuity and differentiability is nothing but if the function f is differentiable, then the function must be continuous. If the function is continuous, then only its differentiability exists. Let me see, is it possible or not? Let the function is differentiable at a particular point C. At particular point C, nothing but at x is equal to C, I am considering the given function is differentiable. The derivative of the function exists. Then what we get, f dash of C is equal to limit h tending to 0 f of C plus h minus f of C by h. F of C plus h minus f of C by h. Now I take only this particular portion, which is nothing but f of C plus h minus f of C, which can be rewritten as f of C plus h minus f of C into h by h. Just I modified the given one as into h by h like this. Now I am going to apply limit on both sides. Limit h tending to 0 f of C plus h minus f of C by h is equal to limit h tending to 0 f of C plus h minus f of C by h into h. So by the properties of limit, what I can write here, we don't have h, sorry. By the properties of limits, what we can write, limit f of x plus g of x can be written as limit f of x plus limit g of x. But here f of c is constant, it is not depending on h, so we can rewrite this one as limit h tending to 0 f of c plus h minus f of c, which is equal to limit f of g into h of g, sorry, limit f of x into h of x can be written as limit f of x into limit g of x. So limit f of x is nothing but f dash of c. So if I take this one as limit, we get it as f dash of c into limit h tending to 0 h. Now we have here c plus h as h tending to 0. I am using a substitution method, which is nothing but x is equal to c plus h. I am going to take x as c plus h. Now what about h? H will be equal to x minus c. As h tending to 0, x minus c should tend to 0, because h tending to 0, x minus c should tend to 0. So if x minus c tending to 0, x tending to c. So use this relation in this particular limit. What we get? Limit f of x as x tending to c minus f of c is equal to h tending to 0 h, nothing but 0 into anything. So now what we get? Limit x tending to c f of c is equal to f of c. So if limit x tending to c f of c is equal to, limit x tending to c f of x is equal to f of c, then we can say the given function is continuous at point c. So I consider the given function is differentiable. Then what I got the function is continuous also. From this what we can say, if a function is differentiable, it must be continuous, but its converse does not exist. What is its converse? If f is differentiable, then f is continuous. If f is a differentiable function, then f must be continuous. But if f is continuous, it may or may not be differentiable. So if I want to say whether the given function is differentiable or not, I must find out. First of all, I have to find out whether it is continuous or not at the given point. If it is continuous, again I should not give any conclusion. I should check whether the function is differentiable or not. So if it is not continuous, directly I can give a conclusion like it is not differentiable at the given point. If it is continuous, then I have to check whether it is differentiable or not. So we shall do some problems based on task like this. Check whether the function f of x is equal to modulus of x is continuous at x is equal to 0. Whether the function is continuous and whether the function is differentiable at x is equal to 0. Whether the function f of x is equal to modulus of x is differentiable or not at x is equal to 0. See, the function f of x is equal to mod x is continuous function for all real numbers. So to check whether this is continuous, to check whether it is differentiable or not, I have to find out its left derivative and right derivative. So let me find left derivative. F dash of 0 minus. So this can be written as limit h tending to 0 minus f of c 0 plus h minus f of 0 by h. Now for 0 minus 0 plus h is what is 0 plus h? Limit h tend to 0 minus f of h minus f of 0 by h. Now you see, for 0 minus slightly less than 0 for negative numbers. So for negative numbers, modulus of x acts as minus x. So I can write it as limit h tending to 0 minus modulus of h is minus x. F of 0, modulus of 0 is 0 by, sorry, h, by h. H and h gets cancelled. My answer is minus 1. Now right derivative, f dash of 0 from right side plus, or we can write it as or f dash of 0. Both are same, which is equal to limit h tending to 0 plus f of 0 plus h minus f of 0 by h. So which is equal to limit h tending to 0 plus, if the values are slightly more than 0 for positives, modulus of x acts as x. So modulus of h acts as h minus f of 0 is 0 by h. H and h gets cancelled one time. So what I get? I'll get 1. So 1 is equal to minus 1, which is wrong statement. Both are not equal. So left derivative is not equal to right derivative. Then I can say f of x is continuous but not differentiable at x is equal to 0. Next, whether cot x is differentiable at x equal to 0 or not. Cot x domain. What is the domain of cot x? All real numbers minus n pi. All real numbers minus n pi. N belongs to integer. So if I put n value 0, what I get? R minus 0. So at 0 means
the value 0 does not exist in its domain. 0 does not exist in its domain. So the function is compulsory discontinuous at x is equal to 0. If the function is discontinuous, it is not differentiable. It is not differentiable. Going to secant x. So secant x domain. What is the domain of secant x? All real numbers minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2. All real numbers minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2. So pi by 2, see odd multiple of pi by 2. So x is equal to pi by 2 does not belongs to the domain of secant x. Does not belongs to domain of secant x. Therefore, the function secant x is discontinuous. If the function is discontinuous, it is not differentiable. If the function is discontinuous, it is not differentiable. So f of x is continuous but not differentiable. Cot x not continuous, not differentiable. Secant x not continuous, not differentiable at x is equal to pi by 2. If suppose I take only secant x, if I take only secant x, so if I take f of x as only secant x, what is its domain? Its domain is all real numbers minus odd multiples of pi by 2. So the function is discontinuous at pi by 2. We don't have a pi by 2. Then the function is continuous. If the function is continuous, we cannot say it is differentiable. We have to check whether it is differentiable or not. How we check whether it is differentiable or not? By considering extending to the particular value. Nothing but left derivative. L f dash of c. F dash of c. We have to find, and r f dash of c we have to find. If both are equal, then we can say the function is differentiable at c. Function is differentiable at c. Okay, we go to the next problem. The next is continuous at x equal to 0. Is continuous at x is equal to 0 but not differentiable at x equal to 0. Prove that the given function f of x is continuous at x equal to 0 and it is not differentiable at x equal to 0. Right? So we have to prove it is continuous. And we have a modulus. Then what f of x, how f of x behaves for x greater than 0, how it behaves, and for x less than 0, how it behaves, and x equal to 0, modulus of x is equal to 0. Modulus of x is equal to 0. Now according to this, I have to examine its continuity at x equal to 0. Now limit x tending to 0 minus f of x is equal to limit x tending to 0 minus f of x, 2x as it is 2x, minus x tending to 0 minus for the values which are slightly less than 0, modulus of x behaves as minus x. 2x minus of minus x, 3x, which is equal to limit x tending to 0 minus 3x, substitute x value 0, I get 0. Now limit x tending to 0 plus f of x. So limit x tending to 0 plus 2x minus, for positive values, the value which are more than 0, the modulus of x acts as plus x. This minus is already there in the function. So 2x minus x. So we get limit x tending to 0 plus x. Substitute x value 0, I get 0. Now what about f of c? Nothing but f of 0. Modulus of 0 is 0. 2 into 0, 0. So f of 0 is 0. So left limit is equal to right limit. Left limit is equal to right limit is equal to value of the function at c, means at 0. So we can say the given function is continuous. the given function is continuous at x equal to 0. Right. We'll check whether the function is differentiable or not at x equal to 0. For differentiability, what we have to check? We have to find left derivative L f dash of 0. Left derivative. So find left derivative equal to limit h tending to 0 minus f of c plus h minus f of c by h minus f of c by h. Simplify. Limit h tending to 0 minus f of c plus h. So the value of c is 0. I can replace this as 0 and f of c will be equal to f of 0. Second step I have modified here. Now I am going to third step. Limit h tending to 0 minus f of 0 plus h is nothing but h. So what is f of h? 2 into h minus modulus of h. What is f of 0? F of 0 is nothing but 0. Substitute f of 0, 2 into 0 minus modulus of 0, which is equal to 0. So what is f of 0? 0 by h. Now next, for 0 minus modulus of h acts as minus h. So limit h tending to 0 minus 2h minus h by h. So what I am getting, limit h tending to 0 minus 2h plus h, 3h by h. H and h gets cancelled. I am getting 3. Now I find r f dash of 0. Right derivative. What's the right derivative? Limit h tending to 0 plus. I am taking for 0 plus f of 0 plus h. In place of c, I should put 0. No, that's what I am substituting directly. So 0 plus h minus f of 0 by h. Now the function is modified as 0 plus h is h. If I substitute here that h, we get 2h minus modulus of h. F of 0 is 0 whole divided by h. Now what I am getting, h tending to 0 plus modulus of h is h for 0 plus. Then 2h minus h becomes h by h. Cancel, we get 1. So what is the left derivative? 3. What is the right derivative? 1. So what we observe from this, left derivative is not equal to right derivative. Then we can say derivative of the given function at x equal to 0 does not exist. So from this we can give one more conclusion. What is that conclusion? The function is differentiable, then it must and should continuous. If it is continuous, it may or may not differentiable at the given point. Next question. Show that the given function is continuous at x is equal to 1 irrespective of a. So for all the values of a, it is continuous at x is equal to 1. Then find the condition for existence of derivative at x is equal to 1. So we have to find condition at for what values of a the given function is derivable. See, we find first whether it is continuous or not at x is equal to 1. So I am checking for that condition at x is equal to 1. So we have to find left limit, right limit, because the given function is defined for x greater than or equal to 1 and for x less than 1. Limit x tending to 1 minus f of x. So 1 minus for values less than 1, limit x tending to 1 minus f of x is given as x plus a. Now if I substitute 1, what I get? 1 plus a. Now limit x tending to 1 plus f of x. So which is given as
the function ax square plus 1. So limit extending to 1 plus ax square plus 1. Substitute the value as 1, we get a plus 1. Now what is f of 1? Exactly 1. The function is defined as ax square plus 1. So directly I substitute in place of x 1. Then what I get? A into 1 square plus 1, which is nothing but a plus 1. Now limit extending to 1 minus f of x is equal to limit extending to 1 plus f of x is equal to f of 1. Therefore we can say the given function is continuous at 1. See the function values, we got 1 plus a, 1 plus a, 1 plus a. So it is monitored depending on a. Whatever the value you substitute a, we get all the values same. So we can say that the given function is continuous at x is equal to 1 for all real numbers a. For whatever the value of a, the given function is continuous. Now we check for the condition existency of derivative at x is equal to 1. To get the condition, what we have to do? The function is differentiable if its left limit, left derivative and right derivative are equal. So I have to find its left derivative and right derivative, then I have to equate. I find out left derivative and right derivative. Left derivative, limit f dash of 1 is equal to limit h tending to 0 minus f of 0 plus h. But I am finding the limit at x equal to 1. So I have to use here c value as 1 plus h minus f of x. In place of x, what I have to substitute? 1 by h. See this h tending to 0 minus, what this represents? If I have a point 1, h tending to 0 minus, which is approaching 1 from left side. The value approaching 1 from left side. So left neighborhood of 1. What it specifies? Left neighborhood of 1. It's not left neighborhood of 0. That we have to understand. Now what h tends to 0 minus represents? Left neighborhood of 1. So now the function for left neighborhood of 1 is defined as. So what is the function? Left neighborhood of 1. Left neighborhood of 1. The function is given as x plus a. So I have to substitute in place of x 1 plus h. Then we get 1 plus h plus a minus. What is the value of f of 1? F of 1 is equal to exactly at 1. The function is given as ax square plus 1. Ax square plus 1. In place of x we substitute 1. We get a into 1 plus 1, which is nothing but a plus 1. So what is the value of f of 1? A plus 1. So I can substitute it a plus 1 by h. Now limit h tending to 0 minus 1 plus h plus a minus 1 by h. Plus a minus a gets cancelled. Minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled. I get h by h, which is nothing but 1. So limit h tending to 0 minus h by h 1, which is equal to 1. So I got the left derivative as 1. Now I am going to find right derivative or f dash of 1. So what this represents? What this represents? Approaching 1 from right side. Here limit h tending to 0 plus f of 1 plus h minus f of 1 by h. So h tending to 0 plus represents approaching the point 1 from right side. So which is approaching 1 from right side. What is that particular function? The function is defined as ax square plus 1. So in this particular case, I have to substitute 1 plus h. Now I get limit h tending to 0 plus f of 1 plus h, which is nothing but equal to a into 1 plus h the square plus 1 minus, we have found f of 1 value, which is nothing but a plus 1, put it in the bracket, by h. Now expand 1 plus h whole square, limit h tending to 0 plus a into 1 plus h the whole square is 1 plus h square plus 2h plus 1 minus a minus 1 by h. Now I can cancel plus 1 and minus 1. Further I am simplifying here, which is equal to limit h tending to 0 plus a into 1 a into h square a into 2h 2ah minus a whole by h. Minus a plus a gets cancelled. I can take h common in this, then we get limit h tending to 0 plus h into ah plus 2a by h. Now h and h gets cancelled. So what we get? Ah plus 2a. Substitute h value 0, then this becomes 0. I am getting 2. So to exist its derivative at x is equal to 1, left derivative should be equal to its right derivative. So left derivative is 1. 1 should be equal to its right derivative, which is nothing but 2a. Therefore, the value of a equal to 1 by the value of a is given a function f of x is equal to x into step x for this interval and x minus 1 into x in this interval. Examine its continuity and differentiability at x is equal to 2. At x is equal to 2, we have to examine its continuity as well as differentiability. So first I am going to examine its continuity at x is equal to 2. So to examine its continuity at x is equal to 2, what I have to take? Its left limit, right limit and the value of the function. Left limit x tending to 2 minus f of x, which is equal to limit x tending to 2 minus which is approaching 2 from the left side. So in this interval, which is nothing but the function is x step x. Now I have to substitute the value. See, x tending to 2 minus, the value of x will be x only. Now x tending to 2 minus step x. 2 minus step x represents what? Approaching 2 from left side, which is nothing but step of 1.99999 and so on. It is not exactly 2. So approaching 2 from left side. Now what is the definition of step function? Nearest and smallest integer. What is the nearest and smallest integer for this particular decimal number? Which is nothing but 1. So therefore, what is the value of this? 1. So I substitute here 1. I get 2 into 1, which is nothing but equal to 2. Now right limit x tending to 2 plus f of x, 2 plus approaching this particular function from right side, which is nothing but this interval, the function is x minus 1 into x. So limit x tending to 2 plus x minus 1 into x. Substitute the value 2 minus 1 into 2, 1 to the 2. Now what is the value of f of 2? The function for 2, it is defined as x minus 1 into x, which is nothing but 1 into 2. Now you observe 2 minus left limit is 2, right limit is 2 and function value at 2 also equal to 2. All the values are equal. Therefore we can say the given function is continuous at x is equal to 2. Now I move on to check the continuity check differentiability at x equal to 2. So now I'll check differentiability. For differentiability, what I have to do? Left derivative and right derivative I need to find. Right? Differentiability at x is equal to 2. So now I am going to find left derivative of the given function at 2.
Now limit h tending to 0 minus. What does h tending 0 minus represents? Approaching to from left side. Approaching to from left side. So limit h tending to 0, f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 by h. To simplify this, we need to find first f of 2. So already we have found f of 2. What is f of 2 value? F of 2 is defined as a function x minus 1 into x minus 1 into x, which is nothing but 1 into 2. Now f of 2 value we have a 2. Now what is the value of f of 2 plus h? What is the value of f of 2 plus h? So 2 plus h, the function, sorry, the value of derivative from left side. So which is approaching to from left side. Approaching to the function value of the derivative at 2 minus, where it is approaching from left side. So approaching from left side is defined here, and the function is given as x into step x. Now limit h tending to 0 minus, the function will be f of 2 plus h, substitute here 2 plus h into step 2 plus h minus f of 2 by h. Minus f of 2 by h. Now you find the value, limit h tending to 0 minus 2 plus h is 2 plus h only. But what about 2 plus h of step? See, h is in terms of negative, 0 minus, which is slightly minus 0.00001. So what is h according to 0 minus? The value of h is minus 0.00001. It can be taken still smallest value also. If it is negative, what about 2 minus h? Sorry, 2 plus h. 2 plus h is a negative, 2 minus something. So 2 minus something will be like 1.99999 of step, which is further taken as 1 according to step function definition. So the value of this is equal to 1 minus f of 2. What is the value of f of 2? 2 by h. Now what is limit h tending to 0 minus, and this 2 plus h into 1, 2 plus h minus 2 by h. Plus 2 minus 2 cancel, h by h is 1. So limit h tending to 0 minus h by h is 1. So I got left derivative as 1. Now I find I am going to find right derivative of f. So right derivative of f at 2, which is equal to limit h tending to 0 plus f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 by h. So f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 by h. Right here h, we are approaching the function, derivative of the function from right side of 2. So the function is defined in the interval as x minus 1 into x. So we get it as limit h tending to 0 plus f of 2 plus h can be written as 2 plus h minus 1 into 2 plus h. F of 2 is 2 by h. So what I am getting, limit h tending to 0 plus 2 plus h minus 1, which is nothing but h plus 1 into h plus 2 minus 2 by h. Multiply limit h tending to 0 plus h plus 1 into h plus 2, h square plus 1 into h, 2 into h, 2h, 3h plus 1 into 2, 2. 1 into 2, 2. Minus f of 2 is 2 by h. F of 2 by h. Now you see, plus 2 minus 2 gets cancelled. You can take h common. Limit h tending to 0 plus you take h common, we get h plus 3 by h. H gets cancelled. Substitute h value 0, we get 3. So observe, left limit I got as 1, right limit I got as 3. 1 is not equal to 3. The function is continuous at 2, but it is not differentiable at 2. They have given a function f of x is equal to 5x minus 4, which is defined in interval 0 less than x less than 1, 4x square minus 3x in 1 less than x less than 2, 3x plus 4, x greater than or equal to 2. So check whether the function is continuous or not at x is equal to 1, whether it is differentiable or not at x is equal to 2. See, we have learned already the function is continuous in its own domain. If the particular point does not exist in its domain, then we can say the given function is discontinuous at that particular point. So if you take this one, function defined from 0 to 1, where 0 and 1 are excluded. So from 0 to 1, so you can take it as in between 0 and 1, where 0 and 1 are excluded, and here between 1 and 2, and here from 2 to infinity. From 2 to infinity. So this function is defined in 0 to infinity, 0 open, minus 1. So the given function does not define at 1. The given function does not define at 1. It does not exist at 1. So at 1 the function is discontinuous. So we can say 1 does not belong to its domain. Therefore we can say the given function is discontinuous at 1. Now we check for differentiability at 2. So before going to differentiability at 2, we have to check whether the function is continuous or not. So see, at x is equal to 2. So I am checking for continuity. Limit extending to limit extending to 2 minus f of x is equal to 2 minus, at 2 I am checking, I have to take 3 cases, 2 minus, 2 plus and f of 2 value. So 2 minus the function is 4x square minus 3x, limit extending to 2 minus 4x square minus 3x, so which is equal to 4 into 2 square minus 3 into 2, 4 4 are 16 minus 6, which is equal to 10. Next, limit extending to 2 plus f of x. So more than 2, the function is defined as 3x plus 4. So limit extending to 2 plus 3x plus 4. Now you substitute the value. So 3 into 2 plus 4, 6 plus 4, 10. Now f of 2, the value of the function at exactly 2. f of 2 is equal to 3 into 2 plus 4, which is equal to 10. So what is the value of f of 2? 10. And what is the left limit? 10. What is the right limit? 10. So all the three values are equal. So I can say the given function is continuous at x is equal to 2. Now I'll check for differentiability. At 2. So if I want to find differentiability at 2, so I need left derivative and right derivative. So left derivative I am going to find left derivative of the given function at 2. So left derivative of the given function at 2 is equal to limit h tending to 0 minus f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 by h. 0 minus means at 2 the function approaching 2, the derivative of the function 2 from left side, the derivative of the function at 2 from left side. So the function defined at 2 from left side, which is nothing but 4x square minus 3x. 4x square minus 3x. So which is equal to limit h tending to 0 minus from the left side. So 4 into 2 plus h whole square minus 3 into 2 plus h minus
f of 2 whole divided by h. So limit h tending to 0 minus 4 into 2 square is 4 plus h square plus 2 2s are 4, 4h minus 3 2s are 6 minus 3h minus f of 2 value. Just now we found f of 2 value is 10. So f of 2 is 10 by h. Finally, limit h tending to 0 minus 4 4s are 16 plus 4 h square plus 16h minus 6 minus 3h minus 10 by h. So minus 6 minus 10 minus 16 plus 16 cancel. Now we get 4h square plus 16h minus 3h. 16h minus 3h. 16 minus 3, 13. So I get limit h tending to 0 minus 4h square plus 13h by h. I can take h common. So if I take h common, limit h tending to 0 minus h common 4h plus 13 by h. So h and h gets cancelled. Substitute h value 0. 4 into 0 0. I got 13. So what I got? 13. Next, right side. Limit f dash of 2. Sorry, f dash of 2 from its right side, which is equal to limit h tending to 0 plus f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 by h. So for this the function is defined as 3x plus 4. So we get limit h tending to 0 plus, substitute in place of x 2 plus h, 3 into 2 plus h minus f of 2 10 by h. So we get 6 plus 3h minus 10 by h, limit h tending to 0 plus. Now 10 minus 6 minus 10. 6 minus 10, sorry, we didn't write here. It's minus 10. We didn't write here plus 4. So mention plus 4. So I have plus 4. I get plus 4 minus 10. So 6 plus 4, 10. 10 minus 10, 0. 3h by h. Limit h tending to 0 plus 3h by h. H gets cancelled. We get the answer as 3. So I got here 3 and I got here 13. 3 and 13. Is both are equal? No. So both are not equal. Therefore, what we can say? Limit of the function is continuous at 2 but not differentiable.